Okay, this is Daryl Cagle. I'm starting to color my Trump cartoon that I drew up yesterday. And you can see that I've got it here all nicely laid out. And we will just get started. Add a few more layers. And I'll bring this layer to the top. And I will select all the black. Why is it saying no, don't do that? So I'm in the wrong choice here. Okay, let's select the black. That looks like it worked. See if you folks are coming back. Looks like Twitch is working again. 100% K. Okay, so let's fill. So yesterday I drew this with a Trump face that didn't please me, and this morning I sketched up a new Trump face that works better. So let's select the inverse, and we can delete it. And oh well, look how that really didn't fill in the black, did it? Let's select the inverse again. And we will fill. That helped. Did it a few times. Stuff that Photoshop likes to do. You gotta watch out for it doing its own screwy stuff that is not what you intend. Okay, that looks right. Down here, we can put it on the white paper. Make sure my top layer multiplies. Yeah, sorry about the tech problems today. I've been going on and off as OBS has wanted to quit, and Twitch has not wanted to keep up with the stream. Okay. I think what we could do, we could move that layer up and let's knock this out. There we go. Now I'm going to get Hillary. Whoa, that's wrong. Why am I not getting the Hillary that's got the Hitler stuff on her? Let's take that off. Do that all without even looking or thinking, huh? Alright, let's open Hillary Hitler. Well, that's not it. Ah, there she is. That's how we want her to look. paste her in. Well, why is that not? Oh, am I not? All right, let's go back to Hitler and merge the layers. That's my problem. And save. And copy. I wasn't thinking. This is Photoshop version of not thinking. Okay. That looks good. She's going to need a little bit more of her suit color coming down here. Alright, now let's make the image size 500. And we should be set here. Hello, DW2GT. So you're new to Creative. The first video you're seeing is Hitler, Hillary, and Trump. Ha 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 ha. So, starting with the hard stuff. Okay. Now, at this point, I always have to say, I don't quite know what colors to make things, because I haven't thought yet. So let's start with the stuff that I do know what I have to do. Oh, DW2GT, you need to follow me. I need all the follows I can get. And it looks like Twitch is still working, so I think we're good. Alright, this layer needs to multiply. Let's do flesh here. Looks like a good flesh layer. Rename flesh. Let's say Trump is today. Let's make him 30, 36, 40. He needs to be a little more orange. 50, Alright, that looks good. And opacity can come down. Is Verg22. Nice to see you here with your Cyrillic. Is that what that is? Cyrillic? Alright, let's make this white. We'll lighten up a little bit of this flesh in places. People like to complain to me that I need to make his eyes whiter because that's where he wears his goggles when he's in the tan spray booth. Oh, thank you very much, Isverg. Bump this up a little bit. The international cartoonists really like to draw the Trump Hitler cartoons. Something about Trump Hitler speaks to them. This isn't exactly a Trump Hitler. This is a Trump bashing Hitler cartoon, which is a little bit different. And give him a little bit of some darkers here. I don't want to draw too much attention to variations in flesh tone because they tend to print poorly. This is for newspapers. Alright, I think that's kind of got him. His face makes me laugh this time. When I drew this one up yesterday, I was not pleased with his face. Well, let's give him some brighter orange, huh? We can go with 0, 100, 0. That's a little too red, isn't it? 30. I'll give him some hair color here. 14%, 38, okay. And he can have some yellow. Bit of white here. That's kind of funny. All right. So for this, he's going to need black. should have a hard edge here. I think I will. Red. See, it's only painting with 3 colors, black, red, and white. I like to make the speech balloons 50% yellow. See if I can do that. Now let's give him a nice color for his palette. Just coloring the things that you know you need to color first. Oh, I need to get the back of his arm. Let's do that. Back on the flesh layer, put that here. It's too dark. Good enough. Folks are so quiet. Let's give him some color in his eyebrows. Okay. Now he usually wears a gray suit, so let's give him a gray suit. Sorry about Twitch. Looks like a bad day for Twitch. If you miss anything, you can always come back to darylcagle.com where I store the videos. Watch the oldies. Without streaming interruptions. can have a red beret, huh? It's kind of funny. I think a red beret is funny. That here. Oops. Needs to be hard as well. Okay, now let's try some background. This will be an easy one to color. 125, let's make that a little smaller. Opacity 13 looks good. Just a little bit of ground texture. And let's have some background color. Has to go on top of the white, doesn't it? Okay. See what some blue looks like here. see that I have this area up here at the top to fix. That's from where I piece the scan together indelicately. So we'll get that fixed. And let's do the speech balloons. Excuse me. Sometimes I'll alternate color from balloon to balloon, but in this case, since they're all attached, I think I'm going to make them all just 50%, 55% yellow. That way they attract attention, but not too much attention. They need to be part of the picture, not demanding to be the only part of the picture. Then I should have this done pretty soon and I can get to work on my next Hillary cartoon. Trump's flesh tone and hair tone are going to darken in print. That's why I went light with them. Everything darkens up in print. This blue background is going to be much darker in print. The sponge texture. In fact, you'll lose much of the texture nature of it. Just because it's going to be half-toned, it's going to come out as fairly flat. But it might give a little bit of a sense of having done this on a piece of paper, which is a nice thing to do, considering it is not being done on a piece of paper. Okay. Now, do I want to add a little detail to Trump's flat pants? Perhaps I do. And perhaps another layer here to add some white. Oops. Why didn't that happen? Wrong layer. Alright. So Trump's pants we can put there. Alright, I think we're good. This puppy looks like it's done. Good enough, doesn't need to be too complex. Clean up a little spillage on the flesh layer. And I think we're good. Alright. So I will save that. And let's save a copy here without layers. I have to navigate my hard disk. Sorry about this, folks. Okay. Date modified. It's the 1141. Okay. Now I'm going to save as a JPEG just to make sure I got a clean copy. That's the right size. Hello, Best Daddy EUW. Yeah, finishing up. Alright, let's make this JPEG. That was 21.9. That is too big. Oh, wrong file. Okay, there we go. I'm going to have to do the black and white here in just a second. So not quite as done as I look. And I forgot to look at how much I had done there. So let's save up. Come back. 2,000 files. So the JPEG is 4.3 and that's fine. The TIFF is 7.5, that's too big. Alright, we'll come back here. Now I'm going to do this as a grayscale. Save as. Gray. And that's okay. Now, to make this gray, let's just take a look. Oh, I know that I'm going to want to turn that off on the balloon layer. Select the yellow. Got the yellow selected. Select. Now let's grab like this. Nadim Comics writes, how many times have you drawn Trump this year? Oh, I don't have my inventory here right off the top of my head. Okay, let's select this color range. Alright, those are just my yellow balloons, and they need to be white for the black and white, or else they're going to look wrong. Because they'll be gray, and gray will look wrong. So, you know, one of the things you need to do when you change things to black and white. Alright, now we'll bring the black lines back. And let's try it in black and white and see how it looks. Don't merge. Okay. That's not looking bad. I think I can probably go with this. It's going to need a little bit more texture. So let's give it some texture. Let's go here. Ooh, it's too dark. How did I do that? Alright. That was necessary. Now let's bump that up and bump that down and give it a little bit more color behind the speech balloons. Get them to pop just a little bit more. a little bit more gray texture behind the speech balloons. You can always do with more texture in a black and white drawing that you can get away with in color, where it tends to be more distracting. In black and white, you kind of need and expect it. I can give him a little bit of white texture too up here on the beret. Oops, let's put it up here. Up here on the beret. Top of his pants. Just a little bit of white texture tone. Awesome work, my respected Daryl Cagle. Oh, I love all these kind words. I'm going to draw a Hillary cartoon right after this, so keep your eyes open for another ping if you've favorited me. Okay, I think this one's kind of done. I'm going to send it out. I really did need to redo that face from yesterday. It was just not looking funny. One thing that's funny about Trump, I think, is that right underneath the bottom of his nose, you know, usually your upper lip comes out a little bit with your nose. It's not that far back, but it's very far back at the top, right under his nose, and then the lips pooch out. And you gotta get that, or you really haven't got a good Trump. You know, Trump's got to have the poochy lips one way or another, otherwise it just doesn't work. Lots of cartoonists do him just with the hair, and I don't think that does it. Anyway, so this will be black and white, and we will save as. This is what? 1141 B. And I need to rename that color one. So what I'm going to do now that I've got these done is I'm going to go offline and send these out to the newspapers, and then I will come back and I will sketch up my Clinton Foundation cartoon. So if you want to come back and look again, I will be here soon. And this concludes today's recording. Thank you very much for joining me. See me next time when I draw the Clinton Foundation.